couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that
you can see everything I fucking do.
Reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Snap it to the back.
Literally can see it once I get down the schedule.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially when you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Back to pass, it's Gomez. That third down pass was
on the
coming
18
in
birthday, he
hot
found out it
before
was
fell to the ground.
his.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud, make it real difficult on our opponent.
Hey, we ain't got it.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that
bounce on the dig,
David. It's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Cook your own food.
The run to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. The give out of the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good group.
The Hurricanes will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down.
Took it up
Making
top
a play
on your
the
butt.
ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a
Power
boxing
5.
match. Obviously,
Power
it's not a knockout
to the
punch,
top.
but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Oh.
Fast motion from the offense. Feeling some heat. Slings it downfield.
Damn!
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Snagged in the middle. It's Balkinson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? He wants to throw. Going deep.
Damn! Oh, my God.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. There's a better play there by the defense.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it on the left.
Got that in the butt.
The stop is made, but this offense
Yeah, who are these
is
niggas homering?
1st and goal from the 9.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
What the fuck? Did he gonna sell it to somebody? I mean, well, yeah.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the defense able to corral him out of bounds and stop him at the 2.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards. Makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State. Man, is that dude fast. It's easy to see how this position is evolving more and more to have elite athletes and elite pros.
Reese, you say easy, I say annoying. Think about the defensive perspective. I got to guard the running back running. I got to guard the wide receivers. Oh, and now the quarterback's going to run.
Where's yours?
Here, you take the playbook and stop it.
And they thought about a return, then
Oh, they got that shit ready for
bring it out to the
inspection. Oh, yeah, so where's your cover jacket? Oh, right here. That's funny. We have yours right here, Collins.
That Miami offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and get this defense
money off the top.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive.
I wonder how much of a fucking
it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
A duffel of clothes cost
for
like, each person. Like, you can't fucking give me no new shit.
Complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
That's the end. NC State 7.
Bye.
0.
Beat traffic, literally.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work.
So you ain't played that shit like week. What?
The play action fake. Hit as he throws.
Literally fucking sit there and
close on that one as
time.
he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had
I
no
did
chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Why the fuck is my people like all over the place over here? What's going on?
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown!
It's not worse than nigga falling for -2 yards.
And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Actually,
Look, a lot of time
not worse
left.
than losing to a nigga that had 0 yards.
There's a bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for.
0 yards
and then you
and
jump the
negative
route and you make the plays and you just go
69.9
get in that end zone.
passer
It is
rating.
so beautiful.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside
Nigga, I
the
won
locker
30
rooms
to
of those
7.
top 15 teams who did battle today.
I had like 69 yards of total offense.
Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
Damn. Oh!
Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
It's really hard when you get in those unpredictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll just keep slinging it. Quarterback now breaking the field. He turns it loose to the left. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a choke play on that one.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell.
No,
he
nigga,
gets
that
outside
wasn't
the
the
pocket.
play.
Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so
Can't
hard
wait.
to correct.
Cannot fucking wait.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Cade. What a grab and go for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes.
Like the last time I did
stop
that
him
shit,
at the
I did that shit
16.
against Georgia Tech.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
That's
Yeah,
99
mixing
speed.
and matching play call really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they
Well,
can
my
do here in this
linebacker,
next
and then
drive.
the 99,
I
I made
don't
him
expect anything different. When you put together a drive like
And then
that,
I
I would do more of the
safety,
same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Go right ahead.
Going up top. And a big play on the outside. What a job to
big
keep
old-
those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game.
I
How is
already
this
got a
defense
99
going to
for
be
it.
able to
We talking
deal
about 99
with
all
all
across
the
the board?
speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right.
I mean,
and
that
the
receiver
quarterback
could
is
be-
snowed under. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
Freshman?
Attitude,
Oh,
the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
These corners going to give them some space. Catch in the middle, it's Balkinson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
No, go look at.
Zone coverage.
Yeah, I said, go look at all the teams out there.
It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He'll throw one to his right. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the
It was
football.
88, 89.
On 4th and
88.
11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Yeah, we been on that.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening or throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Going up top on first down. He got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the
You said North
PAT.
Carolina got 99
That's the
receivers.
kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
I don't know what the fuck I'm on here, so who gives a fuck? But you might use it for jet sweeps.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
I think his quarterback is young. I think his quarterback's going to be fast anyway.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on 1st and 10
Okay.
from 26. To the ground, he's got it again. At the 40, there he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf. That's a 47.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
You see all
I
this
think they are. You know that shit
movement in football now. All the stint in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this one.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
I'm feeling like Judge fucking swinging it.
A lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Here's the handoff. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Look at the whole power forward, nigga. God damn. 6'8"?
Out of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll go with a direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away.
To be honest, should have scored.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Bounce.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking for a gap. It's Scott. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Woollyhan. Off he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
But you got a PS5.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get...
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UTEP was able to cap off a close one inside the Sun Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Tackle was made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
That never happens. I don't even have my good friend. What's that on here?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry up. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
But
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, or he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get
what
those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right away.
oh, okay.
And on that out-breaking route, really it's designed
that
for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds.
Yeah.
Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They want to run this quarterback.
The kid is snipping.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Back to throw. It's Gomez. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him in one.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack.
Beat ass.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to fire to the left. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of diva in them, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's got his man. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
The give as they work on that clock. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again
here. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots.
You see that y'all had posted y'all safeties.
This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quick touch pass to the receiver.
So,
and the defense snows him under after a very short
he
game.
runs number 3.
Quick timeout
and then the other nigga
defense
fucking run
stopping
number
the clock
28.
to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That nigga had them fucking college fried.
Play of the drive coming up. The give to the lone running back. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets him down to the 31. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking for room, it's Scott. And a really nice run and pickup.
I mean, people still gonna talk about it, though. I have no choice.